Hello, everybody, and welcome to our last of three spring lunch and learn series that we did on executive functioning with Coach Katina. I like calling you Coach Katina. We got Coach Crystal, we've got Coach Jess, and Katina's our newest executive functioning coach. Welcome back again.
Yes, it's great to be back.
And let me say to everybody, happy Good Friday, happy Passover to those who are celebrating that holiday as well. So I know spring break is upon us here in Atlanta, Georgia. I just asked Katina about Crete, and apparently they're taking off for our Holy Week, which we celebrate on April 12th. About to say August because my head's on August now. There's a reason for that. I'll tell you later. So anyway, so we, I guess the kids in Greece get 2 weeks off, or at least in Hanya they do, right? Well, I think I might have to move there. No, I'm coming to see you. So we're going to talk today about daily habits that strengthen executive functioning. Of course, we're going to start off again by telling everybody, because it might be different listeners, what is executive functioning, Katina?
Yeah, so executive functioning is actually within our frontal cortex, and it is the part of the brain that is in charge of our day-to-day. So that is time, organization, a lot of the management skills that we typically go through. Those are all really related to executive functioning. And when you have a deficit in executive functioning, it makes a lot of things, even memory focused, very difficult, achievable, but still difficult.
Perfect. Good explanation. So let's jump right into the habits. One of my favorite topics. I don't know. Have you ever read the James Clear Atomic Habits book?
I've read excerpts from it. I have been meaning to actually put that one on my shelf.
Yeah, I just got his workbook too, so I think I'll work on that this summer. So
Nice.
let's start off with, why do daily routines matter for executive functioning?
Well, they are fantastic for us. So daily routines really help our brains be able to go more into an autopilot, and that helps us to reserve a lot of energy and mental focus for different tasks and demands. By having a routine, it's something that you can easily go into. You know what's going to be happening, you know what's going to come next, and it's a really nice way of being able to start your day at a more organized pace, I would say. And they're also, routines, just like habits, they're easier to keep up with, especially when they're related to a goal that you're trying to work towards. I want to get out of the house faster, or I want to be able to sit down at my desk and focus better. Like, what are these routines that we could build around those goals?
Okay, cool. Yes, I agree.
They're also helpful to limit forgetting, which is something that I think a lot of people with executive function definitely, you'll run out of the house like, did I turn this off, or did I do this? By having that routine, you're a lot easier able to remember what you have done and what you still need to do.
Right. I was about to turn on the burner the other day, and I was like thinking I was going to go upstairs for a minute. I'm like, whoa, no. Can't do that, Helen. You know you'll get distracted if you go upstairs, and then we burn the whole house down. No.
Exactly.
You think that you could pull that off, and you're like, no, not a good idea when you're dealing with fire. What is one habit that helps students start the day focused?
So I am going to kind of sound a lot like I have the past two sessions, but morning movement. Morning movement is one of the best things you can do to support that focus for the rest of the day. So starting the day with stretching, or even exercise, from like something that's a heavy lifting to maybe something more cardio based, like running, jumping on a trampoline, what you have available.
One of those exercise balls, and you can jump up and down.
Exercise balls. One of my favorite go-tos, dancing.
Oh, mine
Something that
too.
can get the heartbeat up in the morning, the blood flowing throughout all of your limbs. It is honestly the best way to wake up your brain. And it's also an instant and lasting dopamine boost. So that helps you keep that momentum up for the rest of the day.
Instead of a cup of coffee, right?
Yeah, I'm not gonna say like you don't need your cup of coffee. Everybody, I think, has their thing. Personally, I actually don't drink coffee anymore. But
Wow.
it, yeah, yeah,
I gotta
especially
hear
being in
about how
Greece,
to do
where
that.
yeah, where everybody here is pretty addicted to coffee.
Oh, yeah.
I've actually switched over to matcha, actually
Ah.
more on the ADHD, but I think that's a whole other conversation we could um, but yeah, so starting off with that really nice movement and that heavy dopamine just flush is a fantastic habit and way to start your day. I know for me, my morning routine, always my alarm goes off. I start by moving my ankles, moving my wrists. I sit up, I'll do a little stretch, I get going, and that helps me sail at least to the rest of the day, especially on those days where you're like, but the bed is so nice.
On those rainy days or
Exactly.
here on spring break coming up.
Yeah, and it was a topic amongst a group I was with earlier today about making sure that you keep those routines. Like if you have a weekly routine that you are doing with yourself or your children during the week before school, seriously consider also doing that on the weekends. Like maybe a little later, you don't have to wake up as early, but keeping that routine, definitely you'll see a big difference in yourself and definitely your kids if you are sticking with that routine every day.
Yeah, even in the summer during spring break.
Mhm. Especially during that, because that's when a lot of times our brains, when we don't have the structure of school or different things that were going on, that's when we start to go into that ADHD paralysis where you're like, well, what am I supposed to do? What could I be doing?
Do I have
Having
a
a
calendar?
Exactly, exactly. So just having a routine that no matter what, every day you're going to go to, it's the best way to start your day off right
Mhm.
and making sure that you don't fall into that ADHD paralysis trap,
Yeah,
especially on days that are off, on weekends, or that time period between Christmas and New Year's when nobody knows the day.
right.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then I'd say a good thing to do is get up a little earlier and,
Mhm.
as the weather gets warmer, just take a 30-minute walk or 20-minute
Mhm.
walk. It's nothing that has to be a long, long time. I do workouts that are only 30 minutes. So, I just want to, some people say they don't have time to do things, but it could
Mhm.
be just 15 minutes, 20 minutes. I'll walk the dog at
Oh,
a
yeah.
certain path and I know we'll be back in 10 to 12 minutes. So,
Exactly. I found an online Pilates instructor that I really like, and she has anything from a 5-minute workout to like
ah,
over an hour. And I love it because I can just go, you know what, 5 minutes, that's all I have for today. But I still feel like I've gotten that nice movement in that is enough to at least get my day going. And then sometimes I might start the 5 minutes and be like, maybe I'll do one more that's just 5 minutes.
you like it so much, you like, add a little more
I was
time.
like, my adrenaline feels great. I'm not done to finish. I'm not ready to finish yet.
So, of course, in the morning there's habits, but there's needs to be habits in the evening, and that's where I think things get a little more haywire.
It
I
is,
know
it is.
mine do. What evening habits help prepare the brain for the next day? What should we
All right,
tell
I'm going
people?
to go over just a few. There's obviously, it's one of those, not never one size fits all, but what works for you. And these are some of the things that honestly work the best for a large amount of people. So, one of the great ways to help you with focusing even into the next day is to go ahead and review your calendar the night before. So, as you're getting ready to really finish your day, or even at the end of your day, obviously, pick what works best for you. But go over what are your to-dos for the next day? What are the errands that you're going to have to run? Are there any appointments? This helps your brain really start to settle down. So that way, when you're laying in bed at night, you don't have one of those, what am I forgetting moments? Or, oh my God, am I supposed to do something tomorrow? You already can think back. I already checked my list. I already figured that out. I did it at a much more calm moment at the end of the day instead of in the morning when I'm trying to amp everything up. So that definitely helps you start your next day already at a much better pace. And really at night, doing some light calming movements. Again, like light stretching is always really nice. A good bedtime yoga can be very good. Even just down to like, stretching your arms all the way up and then down, just some light movement before bed. The hardest one, and I think I am, the guilty one too,
I'm moving in with you.
is limiting screen time or no screen time
That is the
before
hardest
bed.
one.
It is the
I'm sure.
hardest one. Trying to at least limit screen time for 30 minutes to an hour before you go to bed, and definitely not in bed. It is one, especially to get a really good night's sleep, trying to limit any of that screen time that you're doing in your bed will really help you get a much better night's rest. And the more we're rested, the better we're able to use our brains the next day. And then the last little one is doing breath work, meditation, or even a body scan at night is a really great way to help calm down your nervous system, slow down your heart rate, slow down your thought processes, and really get ready again to have a nice, good sleep to wake up ready the next day.
You know who my latest cue is? My dog.
Tell me. Yeah.
He starts winging down onto this cot that we have for him, and I'm like, oh, I think he needs to go upstairs. I need to wrap this up. And then I start doing like some stretches and kind of like disinhaling and stuff. But you know what I heard lately? Yesterday I was talking to some energy lady, and we were talking about nighttime habits. And she said, put your phone on airplane mode as well, because I guess of the dim, the lighting and stuff from the phone.
Yeah.
I use my phone for an alarm, but she even puts her phone outside, like further away from the bedroom in the other room. And she made a comment, do not have the TV on, which my husband unfortunately does sometimes when I come in the bedroom. I don't
even have a TV in my bedroom anymore. And honestly, since I've removed the TV from my bedroom, my sleep has really improved. My ability to get things in, I think at first it was all those, but I like to watch TV in bed, but I like to do all these things.
Husband.
And I actually had insomnia about almost 10 years ago now, a really bad case of insomnia. And that was the number one thing the sleep doctors said to do, is to take the TV out of the bedroom. And I haven't had one in since. And honestly, it's actually a lot better. And when you don't have that TV in there, that distraction, that really takes your brain away from what it's supposed to be doing while in bed.
It's funny how some people say it helps them go to sleep.
Honestly, I think a lot of people are this way. My husband, for one, he's always been one before we were married, that would have the TV going all night. But I really love the app Calm. They have sleep stories. So if you need that sound to go to sleep, I really enjoy finding, I have a couple different people that I follow on the Calm app that their voices they send me right to sleep. I have a couple of my go-tos that I know I hit play on that story, and by the time the princess is in the castle, I am off to the land of Nod. So,
or like a waterfall, right? Waterfall sounds, just like massage people use.
Yes, I do like sleep sounds. Sometimes I'll even fall asleep. They have the app itself. I don't work for them, so but the app itself, they do body scanning. They have a whole lot of great things, and personally, it's one of the tools that I always recommend to people.
Calm,
And
the calm.
calm, and
Yeah.
check with your insurance, because a lot of insurance companies will actually pay for you to have the Calm app these days.
Ah,
So I would
because
check
of
in with your
anxiety and
insurance if
things.
that's something you're ever interested in.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, great. I am so excited that you guys all now have some habits that you can instill into your routines. And please, yes, spring break is here, but continue these routines even through
Mhm.
spring break because kids will, even if you're at the beach, it's okay. You can still do some stretching. Hey, even better, go do it out on the beach. I've done beach yoga. I've done all
Mhm.
kinds of things out on the beach. If I see some exercise group outside on the beach, I'm like, let me go join them.
Right. Morning swim, like there's so many great ways that you can work in that movement even when you are on vacation.
Well, and thank you, Peggy. I know these are great ideas, aren't they? I can see she responded. Thank you, Peggy, for following us. Well, I do want to announce real quick we are doing a free 3-day executive function webinar. It's really parent power sessions for 30 minutes. Katina is going to be doing the 9:30 a.m. on April, let me get this right, the 14th. It's a
Yes.
Tuesday. And we pick these different times, people, because we know moms, especially, they may be stay-at-home moms, they're not going to work, so they might want to jump on the 9:30 a.m. We also have a 12 noon that Coach Crystal is going to be doing, and she will be doing it on April the 16th at 12 noon. And then I'm going to be doing the one, either I or Jess will be doing the one on the 15th, tax day, American tax day, on the 15th at 7:30. So we purposely picked these different times so that it hits upon the different types of moms that are out there. Some are working now, can't join on during the day. Others could do it during lunchtime. That's why we picked the 12 noon. Others have to wait till they get home, put the kids to bed or whatever, feed them at least, and then jump on at 7:30. So we're going to be talking about different topics, especially organization, time management. I believe that's the one you're doing. And then Crystal's going to talk more about emotional regulation, things like that. I'm going to talk more about like skills that are needed into life, for life skills, especially for our teens that are heading into college and they're not going to have mom and dad around to help them because we're seeing an issue and a gap and a problem there. So definitely jump on. I will have the link on here as soon as I hang up here. I will add it on and it's free. All you got to do is sign up, and then that same Zoom link that I send you, that's why I need your email, will be, you can jump on all three if you'd like on those 3 different days, or do one or do two, whatever you'd like. And that way you could get to meet our different executive function coaches. They're going to talk about these things for about 15 minutes, give a couple tools and strategies, just like kind of what we did today. And then we're going to leave the last 15 minutes for parents to ask questions specifically for their child. So, you want to add anything as we wrap up here, Katina?
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm really looking forward to continuing this venture and getting to connect with more people.
Yeah. And then we will have Katina back over my summer, when I do my summer lunch and learn series that starts middle of May to the end of September. I can't believe I run it that long, but I do once a week. Be on the lookout for that flyer. And then we'll have other guests every month on those months that I just mentioned, all through the summer into the fall. And then also she'll be on our podcast in the fall when that rolls out, starting in August, the new season. So you'll see Katina again. She's so cute and pretty. So,
Oh, thank
and
you.
bubbly.
Grateful I'm not glowing red today because the sky has finally
No,
cleared.
I did hear that. Gosh, you guys got the African dust. Oh my gosh.
Yes,
That was
yes.
crazy. Was it just for one day?
Yeah, it typically is. We get it every year, but yesterday was very intense. It
Oh,
was a
wow.
very intense
I
glow.
saw
Um,
pictures.
yeah.
The pictures probably didn't do it justice, I'm sure.
No, no. And then what the pictures did not get is when the rain started to fall and the mud came with the rain down and it was just mud
No.
rain.
Oh,
Yeah.
gosh. Ah, awful. Well, thank you. Thank you again for this 3 mini series for our Lunch and Learn series of executive functioning. And
Wonderful. Thank
we
you.
will see you soon. Bye,
Okay,
everybody. Have a good
great.
weekend.
Bye.